Local programming on KRWG Public Media made possible in part by viewers like you. Thank you. Hi, I'm Scott Mercado with KRWG Public Media, and I'd like to welcome you to this episode of Music Spotlight. Our guest is a Las Cruces native who got her first taste of honky-tonk singing in her twin brother's band at the age of 14 and played her first solo gig while attending the University of Texas in Austin. Her debut album, Band from Santa Fe, came out in 2011, and since then she has won several awards, including Texas Female Artist of the Decade and Female Vocalist of the Year in March at the 14th Annual T3R Texas Music and Radio Awards, where she also won for Music Video of the Year for her single Trenches. I am pleased to welcome Bri Bagwell to KRWG Music Spotlight.
I asked you to play me Miami, Miami. I found you love Whitley as much as I do. You gave me your Martin, I played Dolly Parton. Tried to show I knew more Haggard than you. We had a connection, but your vinyl collection was a needle straight to my heart. Sewn up broken pieces with old masterpieces. All love is a true love of art. You love Waylon and Petty and Willie and Redding, Loretta, Etta and Johnny and June. Oh boy, I fell for you, 'cause your heroes are my heroes too. When there's disagreements, oh Johnny Rodriguez, he softens the tension and we tend to smile. When you turn on some Ray Price and turn off all the lights, we head for the bedroom we love for a while. There's daydreams and night things, and Tammy Wynette sings, stand by the man that you love. We both walk the line because those 45s are as rare, classic as us. And you love Waylon and Petty and Willie and Redding, Loretta, Etta and Johnny and June. And oh boy, I fell for you, because your heroes are my heroes too. Oh boy, I fell for you, 'cause you're heroes, they're my heroes too. That's a good dog. Do you want me to do the other one? Yeah, just go for it. Never pack a suitcase on one too many beers. A few dents and scratches are just highway souvenirs. A sunrise through a windshield can bring a band of tears. It's true that what's behind you is more close than it appears. Even your fears grab the bottom of the wheel when you back the trailer up. If you're parking or your gasoline, don't block the diesel pump. At a quarter of a tank, it ain't safe to press your luck. Same with talking politics or Jesus with a drunk. And lessons from the road, learning as you go, or learn you first, and that's a fact. It'll take its toll. I should know if you're gonna hit the highway road to the middle. It's a journey, not a race. It ain't easy, it ain't comfy. Give yourself a little grace. If you find you're out of breath, it's 'cause a dream is still a chase. Just don't look in the mirror, it'll show you twice your age. Just wash your face. Lessons from the road, learning as you go, or it'll learn you first, and that's a fact. It'll take its toll. I should know if you're gonna hit the highway, it's gonna hit you back. And you'll find it ain't your fault that the asphalt and the lines stole your heart, and it's always on your mind. That a little dust and a little rust ain't all that you should try to leave behind. Lessons from the road, learning as you go, or it'll learn you first, and that's a fact. And it'll take its toll. And I should know if you're gonna hit the highway, it's gonna hit you back. Oh, it's gonna hit you back. Oh, it's gonna hit you back.
Well, Bri, first, welcome back to Las Cruces, and tell us who we have here in your lap.
This is my dog, Whiskey. I love her so much. I found her in the middle of the road, and now look at her. Now she's on TV.
She's
Scott.
spoiled rotten.
Yes.
In a good way. She is so cute. We'll talk about Whiskey later on after one of your songs, but first, welcome back to Las Cruces. When you're here, which I assume isn't too often, what do you like to do besides visit family and friends, of course?
I like to prioritize eating. So I try to get my La Posta, we were just talking about Dick's Cafe, green chili
Right.
cheeseburgers. We got a Luna Rosa green chili. If I could eat green chili 3 meals a day, then I know that that's exactly what I want, is to do green chili breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And you live in Texas now, outside of San Antonio. What do they have here that you can't really get there? The green chili?
Yeah, well, actually, they've been selling hatch green chili in our local grocery store now, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
And but I still like my unmarked green chili bags that I get from my family down here.
Okay.
I just think that the overall, just the Mexican food is a little bit hotter here than anywhere you can get in Texas, and I like that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's talk about when you started out musically. Like I mentioned, you started out in your twin brother's band at 14, and we discussed on the radio a few months ago, you play places like Hurricane Alley and El Patio. Talk about those early gigs and the experiences and how you felt.
Yes, my brothers were 21 and they were seniors at New Mexico State University. And so they, of course, wanted to start a band. So they formed a band with another friend of theirs named Brandon Kluk. And I was the 14-year-old little sister that, I don't know if I insisted that I be in the band or if they just were like, come on. But it ended up being so much fun. I played keyboards and sang harmonies. And then I started writing songs and playing my own songs out live as a 14-year-old. And I really think that was what got me hooked on that honky tonk type of lifestyle.
So tell us about Hit the Highway, obviously about the road. Tell us about some of the memorable experiences that you've had on the road.
Oh my gosh, so there's so many. I've been on the road full time for over 10 years. And in Texas music, you don't have like a summer tour or a fall tour. You're touring all year round. And so that's what I've been doing, with the exception of COVID, of course. So been on the road. I've played over 150 shows a year, every year. And so I have more memorable, my favorite story from the road, which is only my favorite because nobody got hurt. But one time we were driving down the highway and we felt kind of a thud, and our trailer tire had fallen off of the trailer and passed us on the highway. And so just when you think anything can't go more wrong, it can. So this is kind of a song about that. It's like lessons from the road that I've learned over the last decade.
Well, the other song that you sang was Heroes, which is where you sing about falling for someone whose musical heroes are yours too. First of all, who are some of your musical heroes of any genre?
Yeah, well, I definitely name a lot of them in that song. Johnny Cash and my grandma were second cousins, so I feel like that's a little bit in my blood. I love Merle Haggard, Willie, but I also really love Selena. I sing a lot of Selena at my shows, but my parents also love like Fleetwood Mac and CCR, so I think a lot of that also comes through in my music.
And generally, the person that you're with currently, does he share some of your musical heroes also?
Yes.
And is that important?
I love
to
it.
have
I mean,
similar taste in music.
yeah, I think that he loves the same music that I do, and I see a lot of couples that come out to shows together, and it's a really special bond. And he plays guitar, and we sing together, and just a musical bond between a couple, I think, is a very special thing.
All right, well, hopefully you can sing a couple of more songs for us. I believe one of the songs was inspired by this person on your lap, Whiskey, The Rescue.
Yes.
So if you could sing a couple more songs from us, I'd appreciate it.
No problem.
When I first saw you with your 5 o'clock shadow, you were staring off into the sun. And your eyes shot through me as you took a shot of whiskey like an outlaw on the run. So it didn't take me by surprise when you walked right up and asked me to dance. But like a desert mirage, the closer you got, I knew you didn't stand a chance. If you had real dust on your boots, the kind that's passed down from your roots, I bet I would fall for you if you were a cowboy. If running free ran in your blood, you wouldn't have to pick me up. You'd just ride off with my love if you were a cowboy. Just a big city boy wearing turquoise rings and your $100 ripped up jeans, smoking Marlboro lights in the bar every night, thinking that's what grit really means. If you had real dust on your boots, the kind that's passed down from your roots, I bet I would fall for you if you were a cowboy. If running free ran in your blood, you wouldn't have to pick me up. You'd just ride off with my love if you were a cowboy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. If you were a cowboy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. If you were a cowboy. 'Cause I need a man who's raised up tough, the kind that falls and gets right back up. Baby, you would make the cut if you were a cowboy. 'Cause I've got real dust on my boots, the kind that's passed down from my roots. I bet I would fall for you if you were a cowboy. If running free ran in your blood, you wouldn't have to pick me up. You just ride off with my love if you were a cowboy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. If you were a cowboy. I wish you would cheat on me. I wish I could catch you in a lie. I wish you would call me up and let me down and listen to me cry. And I wish you would break my heart. I wish you could look me in the eye. Tell me there's another woman and just tell me goodbye. Then I'd say if I never saw you again, it would be too soon. Then I could make you feel real bad, 'cause my mama thought you hung the moon. Then I could tell everyone just what you've done, and we'd be history. I wish you would cheat on me. And I wish this could be enough. I wish I could sleep at night. I wish I didn't hate myself, 'cause when I lie, it just don't feel right. I wish there was a tight red dress. I wish there was whiskey and wine. I wish you'd get down on your knees begging, baby, please, it was just one time. Then I'd say if I never saw you again, it would be too soon. Then I could make you feel real bad, 'cause my mama thought you hung the moon. Then I could tell everyone just what you've done, and we'd be history. I wish you would cheat on me. You've never done me wrong, and you never will. Oh, but if I broke all the rules, you would love me still. Don't make me say if I never saw you again, it would be too soon. I know you're gonna feel real bad, and your mama thought I hung the moon. I know that I should turn and run, 'cause you're not the one, but you deserve to be. I don't want you to hate me. Don't make me do this, baby. I wish you would cheat on me. I wish you would cheat on me. Well, I don't know where I'd be if you hadn't found me somewhere on the side of a highway. And out there in the dead of night, staring down the headlights, an answer to a prayer sent you my way. Both lost and lonely, broken and hungry, scared to death and starved for love. And was it just the right place, the right time, blind to luck or grand design that introduced the two of us? 'Cause my life's changed for the better every day since I met you. And I know which one of us was the rescue. I wonder who you knew before, why you hate the sound of a slamming door, if you were kicked to the curb and left behind, how you could learn to trust again and let somebody in. And you must have a story a lot like mine, both lost and lonely, broken and hungry, scared to death and starved for love. Was it just the right place, the right time, blind luck or grand design that introduced the two of us. 'Cause my life's changed for the better every day since I met you. And I know which one of us was the rescue. Oh, I bought you a collar, I gave you a brand new name. You turned me around, taught me a heart could be saved. And my life's changed for the better every day since I met you. And I know which one of us was the rescue. And I know which one of us was the rescue. Hard to sing that when she's sleeping like that. Come on. You're so cute. She's so cute. You're just cute on purpose. She knows it.
Wow, that last song, The Rescue, that is incredibly moving, inspired by this little girl here, your dog Whiskey. Tell us about how you found her and the song.
Well, I was driving, and the rest of the band said they were tired, and I said, I'll drive. This is the perfect place to look for stray dogs. And I turned the corner, and she was in the middle of the road. And so I hopped out and stopped traffic and chased her down. And I always say it was a mile. The band said it was more like 100 feet before she stopped, but whatever. She stopped for me, and that was February 2019. And I really have made it work. I really thought I could never have a dog because I travel so much, but I bought an RV mostly for my dog. We travel around in, and she's been on planes, trains, automobiles. She's a great traveler.
She's a good dog, and you've worked a lot with animals and helping animals. Talk about that and your passion. You've raised about $5,000 for shelters here and in where you live in New Braunfels, Texas. Talk about that.
Yes, I have stickers with my dog's face on them, and every night, I mean, we've been selling out of them like crazy. We donate 100% of the wholesale to half to Safe Haven here in Las Cruces and half to the Humane Society of New Braunfels, so kind of my two hometowns, if you will. And so it's been really fun. Every couple months, I just get my checkbook out and add up the sales, and it's been so lovely to give back, but to also see how much people love their animals and how much they want to help other animals. It's really, really, really my favorite part of being on the road.
Well, the other song you sang, If You Were a Cowboy, that was filmed here, right? Most of the video
Yes.
here in Las Cruces. Was that one of your first videos?
It's been a few years since that one was filmed, but I did choose that song because we filmed it, right outside of town here. My cousins brought some horses in, and so we got to ride some horses and film that. And I love that song. That's one of the only songs that I've recorded that I did not write. But as soon as I heard it, I knew it was going to be a special one, and it's really done a lot for my career.
Well, something else that you do kind of fun on the side, OnlyVans. Your podcast, obviously the title, a play on OnlyFans, which this in concept has nothing to do with. Talk about OnlyVans. You're basically, it's a very informal interviewing with friends in your van.
Yes.
And pretty much anything goes. Well, verbally, conversationally, anything goes. But how did that start? Was that your idea?
It was actually not my idea. One of my old tour managers, we would just talk after shows, just informally, and I would have kind of vent sessions with other musicians on the road. And he said, "Man, you should really start a podcast." And then my tour manager, he already had another podcast that he did. So I said, "If you do all the work, I'll do the interviews." So he does all the cameras and all the all the clips and all the hard stuff, and I just get to sit there and talk to my friends. And it's been really fun because we do a lot of how'd you get started in music podcasts, and just this one's more like, tell me, remember that one time at Steamboat Music Fest 10 years ago where this crazy thing happened. And it's been really fun, and I had no idea that it would take off the way that it did, and now we're a part of the Bluegrass Situation, a big network ran by Ed Helms from The Office and The Hangover. They just signed our podcast, and we're making really big plans for next year. So and now instead of a van, we've upgraded to my RV. So.
Oh,
But
you're not going to call it only RVs, still only vans.
It has the front end of a van, so I'm still
Okay, all
counting
right.
it. Yeah.
Well, last question. We have about a minute left. What advice would you give to another aspiring singer-songwriter if they were starting out today? What would you tell them?
Be a doctor. No, I'm just kidding. That's a joke.
That's what I tell people when they want to get into radio. But if they wanted to be you,
right.
what kind of advice would you give?
I would say that I think in this business, success it's not everyone can be Carrie Underwood, and that doesn't mean that you're not successful. So if we can't base our successes off of the fact that we're not selling out arenas. You're still a successful artist if you're playing shows for people that care about what you're doing and being authentic to your true artistic self, and to really be patient. And perseverance has really been everything to me. I remember Eli Young Band told me it was like 7 years before they first sold a ticket, before they were first making progress, and that seems like a long time, but I think this business is about sticking it out and figuring it out.
All right. Well, thank you, Bri Bagwell, for being our musical guest on KRWG's Music Spotlight.
Thanks for having me.
And be sure to catch our past performances on YouTube and like us on Facebook to keep up with future episodes. For KRWG, I'm Scott Mercado, and thank you for joining us for KRWG Music Spotlight.